It's time to stop burning money on ads. I'm sick of seeing people do it, and it happens pretty easily, right? Because most business owners think ads are the end all be all, they're the silver bullet. And the truth is, ads are really just one small piece of the overall puzzle. If you're spending money but you're not seeing the results you're looking to see, more than likely it's not even the ads. It's probably your process. Because what usually happens is you start running the ads, you get clicks, a few people start to call or fill out the form, but then silence, right? You're not quite sure if you're booking jobs, you're not quite sure if the people you're following up with came from the ads or from a referral. Uh, and overall you just feel like you're just throwing money at the wall and you're not sure what's going on with your business. And a lot of people will look at that situation and think the ad just didn't work, right? But really, it's a back end system issue where the follow up or the touches after the click just didn't exist. So my question for you is, what happens when someone clicks on your ad online? What happens when they fill out a form or when they call in, right? Are they getting a message back? Are you tracking where they came from? Are they being followed up with on autopilot? Is everybody getting the same types of follow up? These are all questions you have to ask yourself, because if some people are getting follow up and some aren't, that just means that you're leaving money on the table because you aren't getting a definitive yes or no from every lead that comes through the door. And so, with that being said, this is what should happen whenever a lead comes through the door. They need to be put into a system where they're getting instant text and emails, right? If they call in and for some reason nobody answers the phone, there's an automatic callback automation, right? There's also persistent multi day follow up, just getting people to book their estimate or book their install appointment, right? And lastly, you need conversion tracking, right? You need to know where these things came from, where these leads came from, and where they're going. What stage of the process are they in? Are they an estimate? Are they still just a prospect? Have they agreed and now they need an installation? These are all things you need to be tracking so that you're organized and efficient, right? Because without that, you're going to be losing money, not because of bad leads, but because no one's talking to those leads fast enough. And studies show if you follow up within the first 5 minutes, you're 9 times more likely to close that deal. But if you wait 30 minutes or more, the lead is likely gone. So I want to toss a real story at you. Now, we work with a company called Ohio Gutter Solutions. They hired us after working with another agency. Now, they were running ads, but they just didn't have the systems to track if anything was really coming from it. They had leads coming in and just sort of sitting in the email. They had a CRM, but it didn't really function. It wasn't organized, and they didn't have any automations built into it. There was no reminders for salespeople, no follow up for leads, prospects, and estimates, and just no real way to know what was working. And so we installed a really strong back end system into their business called JobFlow. And with that system, we were able to add the automated text and email follow up. We were able to clean up their CRM, give them a real time dashboard. We just tightened this up for them because we knew the ad itself wasn't the issue. It was what was happening afterwards, right? And the result was that now they're fully booked for the next 4 months, right? And they were able to add $232,000 in revenue in the first 90 days of working with us. And it got so packed that they've had to hire extra crews and start subcontracting out some work just to be able to keep up with the demand. So here's the thing, again, we didn't change the ad. We did not change the ad. We just changed the system behind the ad. So I want to ask you again, are you tracking your leads? Are you following up within 5 minutes? Do you know which ads convert to book jobs? If not, you don't have a leads problem. You've got a systems problem. And I want you to stop throwing money at ads hoping for a different result. I want you to focus on fixing your systems first and then watch everything start working. So, this is video one in a 30-day sprint of educational videos in regards to marketing, automation, sales, etc. inside of the trades business. I'm Charles. I've helped numerous businesses scale from mid six figures to multiple seven figures just through the utilization of strong systems backed by good marketing, right? So I'm going to be putting out some educational content every day for the next 30 days. Hopefully, you learned something from it. If you happen to come across this video and you've made it to the end, thank you for watching. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what sort of questions you might have or what sort of videos you might want to see. I'm relatively new to YouTube as far as putting out content in this format. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great one. Bye bye.